Hi everyone, good morning. This is Dan. Welcome to Engelgeist. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. For those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much for your subscription. They are greatly appreciated. They do mean the world to me. They help support the channel. This is the weekly forecast. It is for all signs, so I do speak in broad terms. It's a broad spectrum reading, so you need to figure out if and where these things fit in your life, if at all. It's originally created for the week of Sunday the 13th of August through the 19th of August. It's not solely set for those dates though. If you're seeing it on a different date and it still makes sense to your situation, by all means utilize the reading. I believe readings can find us when we move them rather than when they were originally created for, so it can be timeless. If the reading doesn't make sense, it doesn't seem to fit with what's going on in your life, that's okay. It doesn't mean anything's broken or wrong. It just might mean that you're working on something different at this time. For those of you that are new, please check out the drop-down menu underneath any of my daily videos. In there is some housekeeping rules, things I want you to think about when utilizing the channel, what decks I'm using in the reading, and how to contact me on social media if you want a private reading or want to follow me. I have an Instagram and a Facebook business page. I'm not a huge social media person, but that's how you would find me. If you want a private reading, you would need to initiate the conversation of that. Please note that I will never reach out to you to sell you a reading, so if anybody ever were to, it's probably not me, so just keep that in mind. And then simple ways to support the channel. You can do so by watching the video in its entirety. That helps the watch hours. And then hitting that thumbs up button if you enjoyed the video. Subscribing to the channel and hitting the notification bell so you get notified when I put up new videos, which is daily. And then sharing the video out and leaving me a question or comment. All of that stuff greatly helps the channel. So I appreciate it. And then I think that's it. Each card is going to represent for like a day or two of the week. Some of you might experience all of these cards and then some. Some of you might only experience one of these cards and be in that card for a while. So take what you need and leave the rest, kind of thing. I don't know why I feel inspired to, well, let's just see. I feel inspired to lay all three cards out first and then look at it as a complete whole. Does that make sense? So we're going to try that and see. I don't know why, but I feel like I want to do that, at least with the weekly and then the clarifiers. So let's just do that. So, beginning of the week, the Hierophant. Middle of the week, Two of Pentacles. End of the week, Seven of Cups. Alright, so the Hierophant is Taurian energy. He's about higher spiritual wisdom and knowledge. He's about, kind of, in my opinion, doing the right thing. He can represent higher spiritual institutions too, like higher learning, things that are aligned with spirit. He can be like things like institutions like marriage. I see him also as like, college, education, those sort of things, doing the right things for the right reasons, being sturdy and steady in that. What's interesting to me about these cards for this week is it really feels like there's a decision to be made this week, and we might be very clear on that decision in the beginning of the week or feel very strong in that, and we may lose that strength or that clarity throughout this week. The Two of Pentacles kind of gives me this, he's obviously juggling in the card, right? And he's Pentacles energy, so he is about 3D stuff, right? Essentially what's going on in our day-to-day 3D world. We could be looking at a very important decision this week, is my feeling with the Hierophant leading, and the nervousness or the confusion that the Seven of Cups represents towards the end of the week. I feel like it's interesting to me because it feels like the clarity we may have at the beginning of the week, I don't want to say we lose it, but in the decision-making process, we might get sort of sidetracked or confused, convoluted, worried about making the wrong decision. The Seven of Cups indicates that, and the juggling and the Two of Pentacles represents that too. Like, if I take this route, this could happen. If I take that route, that could happen. I don't know which route to take. The truth is the strength of the Hierophant at the beginning of the week tells me that we do know our truth, our higher spiritual wisdom, our higher spiritual truth. Are we able to hold on to that is kind of my question when I look at these cards, because it looks like whatever, directions we're looking at, choices we're looking at, decisions we're making this week may come with a little bit of baggage, or and I mean like emotional baggage. Like, how do I want to say this? Like, we might feel obligation, or a certain amount of requirement or obligation towards someone or something, a relationship, doing what's deemed the right thing by society. It's that kind of thing that I feel like this Seven of Cups is pulling from us. In the midweek, we're definitely weighing our options with that Two of Pentacles, but the end of the week, maybe we've made the decision. Some of you might actually make the decision with the strength of the Hierophant leading the week. But after making it, we may have some doubt or worry that maybe we picked the wrong route, or and we'll look at the clarifiers to see, because I think they might help clarify. I don't know that we have picked the wrong route at all. There just might be fear around that. The Seven of Cups feels like we're being pulled in different directions, and it may not be our need. Our need feels clear to me with the Hierophant there. Our need even feels clear in the Two of Pentacles. It's like we're juggling what works best for us, what answers our call, or rings our bell, so to speak, may not ring everybody else's bell, and we might be being told that through this Seven of Cups, right? By other people, by their needs, their requirements, their expectations of us, the role that we play in their lives. And so that might cause a little bit of, I don't know if conflict is the right word, but certainly second guessing, let's say, at the end of the week. I do get this feeling, and I think it's going to come out in the clarifiers, we'll have to see. I do get this feeling that we're going to be okay, even if we are experiencing this, confusion or worry around the choices that are being made. As I say that, I just kind of hear in my head, we may not be the one making the choices. Like, the choice could potentially be being made for us too. Like, say, and I'm going to use this as an example, say we thought something was headed a certain way. There's two different directions, right, with that Two of Pentacles there, and due to circumstance, there's only one route to go, if that makes sense. And that's where we might get emotionally confused or worried, like, uh-oh, this is the way it looks like it's playing out. Is this right for me? We can't see everything clearly, or we're worried that because we can't see everything clearly, or it doesn't feel as emotionally clear as, say, like last week's readings, we're concerned that we're not on the right path. And I don't think that's the case. I think that we need to almost have this confusion to understand that we are on the right path. I mean, we'll see how the cards play out during the week too, but let's go to the Moon manifestation, Moonology manifestation card. Last quarter moon in Sagittarius, practice gratitude. We've been seeing a lot of Sagittarian energy, and it is Leo season, so I'm not mad at that at all. Practicing gratitude, I think, might help us to stay clear on what it is we do want, what it is we do need. And I also get this feeling because Sagittarius is like the archer, the archer takes the shot. He is the mutable fire sign, right? He has flexibility, he has options and choices. And so, with that Two of Pentacles in the middle of the week, we may just have to be, like, grateful for what we have, grateful for the fact that there is a choice, and then kind of almost not risk it, but just take the shot. Like, go for it is kind of the feeling that I get, or this idea of, it's almost like take the risk. Don't worry. I mean, the worry is in that Seven of Cups. And some of us will take the risk, we'll make the choice or the decision around whatever it is that's we were clear on, but then worried afterwards. But be grateful for the fact that there's an opportunity to make the choice, or that we even have the choice, regardless of the outcome, if that makes sense. Let's look at the clarifiers. We have Page of Swords, Ace of Cups. So this is going to clear up right there. I mean, that's why I was feeling that this is not, it doesn't worry me so much, this confusion. And then the Ten of Cups. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, don't you know? So the Page of Swords is about, doing a little investigating, maybe within our own mind, our own thoughts, our own feelings, our own, what we communicate, learning how to communicate what we need. That might be the juggling of the Two of Pentacles. It's like, oh, should I say this? Should I not? I don't know. But it maybe doesn't feel right. It's kind of confusing. I don't know if I'm getting what I need from this situation, this relationship, this job, this whatever. And we know this through the Hierophant in our higher spiritual self, right? And I feel like with this, practice gratitude. It's like, be grateful for what we have, even if it's not like fully serving us and we're aware of that. Be grateful for that knowledge. Then seek out more knowledge through the Page of Swords as to what it is we do need or what it is we need to communicate. It may be a new form of communication or a new way that we communicate that feels different. Pages to me are youthful. They're learning in the process, right? And so we may be learning in this new process this week how to go about making this decision and draw the line in the sand, so to speak. And we're worried or we're concerned that maybe we're going to upset someone in the process. It's not really our worry to keep or have, is my feeling. I think that it's sweet that we might have the worry, right? Or the juggling of the Two of Pentacles, the kind of contemplation of, is this the right thing? But I feel like we're weighing that against someone else and their needs, not our own, right? Or the situation's needs. What I like about the Ace of Cups and the Ten of Cups coming here is that Seven of Cups says to me that will be cleared out, or that will be made more aware to us, or more, the Ace is the clarity that comes. The Ace is the truth, right? The emotional truth that we seek, that we might be confused about by week's end. We're going through this confusion so that we can find this clarity, so that we can find this inspiration even, or this, I want to say like route or path that is in tune with us, and it leads us to our Ten of Cups, right? Which is sort of like the happily ever after card. It's like we may have to make a decision where we have to throw in the towel around something so that we can pursue what it is we do love, what it is we do care about. And that might be something new or different. This practice gratitude, last quarter moon in Sagittarius, says to me, like, be grateful for the things that were before us or that we were once involved in, and kind of let them go. Let them indicate to you or educate you in a way, because there's some sort of piece of information here that we gain, or an awareness that we gain, that opens us up, that leads us out of this confusion towards this pursuit of this overflow of emotional clarity, abundance, and seeking out something higher or better than maybe what it was that we had or what it was that we were involved in. And we know that. I hope that makes sense, guys. Let's go to the clarifier, the grounding stone for the week. This is just like a principle we should ground in while we're working through this. Look at what it is. Gratitude. We have that twice. Like I said, being grateful for what we have, being grateful for the opportunity to have been through what we've been through, being grateful for the wisdom of the Hierophant, being grateful for the choice that needs to be made, and then making it, even if it feels unsure. Come on, gratitude, stand up for me. There we go. Being, grounding in gratitude for the challenges or even the confusion or the worry that might come with this week and the decision that we make or the choice that we choose, it's ultimately leading us towards this higher outcome, this higher, more clear, spiritually sound, connected, And I mean connected to how we feel emotionally, of what we need emotionally. We're listening to that. We're learning about that this week, and we're making decisions around that, and it could feel risky, but that risk is worth the reward, is my feeling when I look at these cards, right? And we need to be grateful for the risk involved, because it's almost like if it weren't for the risk, the reward wouldn't be quite as rewarding or big. Does that make sense? And with that Ace of Cups, Ten of Cups there, it does feel like there's a big shift, payoff, change in our perception or how we feel, and we need to be grateful for it. See, gratitude's like, I'm not having it. So I think that this is about us doing what we need for us first and foremost, and not getting caught up in what others need. We might a little bit, but don't let it be our set point. There's something beyond it. All right, that is your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Please hit the thumbs up button if you did. Subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Leave me a question or comment and share the video out. I will see you all tomorrow to see how this energy changes. Take care.